Check, check, check. How we all doing today? How's everybody feeling? How we doing? Went through a lot getting the stream up and running, man. I don't know if you guys know what it's like to create a live stream show every day. Just want to take you through what I have just to do this. Basically, I have a great computer with a great graphics card, a great video card, number one. I have 3 monitors around me so that I can kind of design the show with one monitor. I can set up the show with another monitor, and then I can be in the YouTube studio section where I'm doing the stream key and yet another monitor. I'm sure you could do it with one monitor, but it's really easy to have all these monitors set up. I then also have like a $500 NNT1A microphone connected through XLR connectors to a beautiful, beautiful audio interface, and that's why it sounds so good. This Focusrite audio interface. So it's just more to just like press and record on a computer and going in. This is actually a nice setup here. Costs you like almost like a couple $1,000s to have a great stream, awesomely set up. I mean, the video card and the computer is that it, but let's get into it. First thing I want to talk about is just basically onboarding and getting things going. Today I recently talked to somebody who has money somewhere on Coinbase, on an Exodus wallet, and they were asking me, hey, how can I get that to Coinbase? So I want to just go over that really quick for that person because they're an awesome person in my life. I want to help them out. So check it out. Shout out to Frank. So I got the Exodus app up. And okay. So you have, let's just say I had Bitcoin here right now, 10 Bitcoin. I think right now my friend has Litecoin. He has Litecoin. I believe he changes Bitcoin to Litecoin. Okay, so you want to send your Litecoin to Coinbase, okay? Now I advise getting yourself a wallet, okay? This is the wallet I use. The Ledger Nano X. This is where you should be holding all your crypto. Therefore, your crypto won't be basically in somebody else's custody. Meaning, if something ever happened, crypto's on a blockchain and you hold the keys. Right now, Coinbase is saying you have the coins, but technically, you don't really have the coins because they have the private keys to these coins. They're holding the coin somewhere and then allocating it to your screen, just very similar to a bank. But if anything ever happened, if they got hacked or something went down, you wouldn't have these coins. So just in my opinion, and I should be actually affiliating myself with Ledger Nano X because I have them and I have an affiliate link. So I will be putting an affiliate link down there today. And okay, what up, Frank? So here we go. Here we go. We're gonna take you through what to do. So the first thing you want to do is go to your Litecoin. I don't have anything. This is just a wallet I downloaded just for this purpose, and you will basically hit send. Okay. When you hit send, it will be said, send Bitcoin to this address or whatever. You have to go to Litecoin because he's in Litecoin. So send Litecoin to this address. And then it's very simple, very, very simple. You're going to go to your Coinbase account. And if this were Litecoin, make sure you're in, we're not in I don't have Litecoin right now, but if this were a Litecoin, right, you go to your portfolio, hit Litecoin, you would hit receive. Okay, when you hit receive, it says only send Litecoin to this address. Sending any other digital asset, including Bitcoin, will result in permanent loss. It's another issue a lot of people aren't ready for. You hit I understand, and you hit copy right here. It will copy it for you. You can scan the QR code. There's many ways to do it, but just make sure you copy this right here like so. Go back to your Exodus wallet, right click, paste that puppy right in there, say all if you want to do all, and hit send. It's that simple. It's like sending an email. And then you could just wait for confirmation. What's fun is that I like to do this. Like if I send Bitcoin, I go to blockfolio.com. I know Block Cipher. Oh, bless me. Bless me. Got a little friend in the background there. But you go to Block Cipher, and what's cool about Block Cipher is you can actually hit the Block Explorer up here. You can paste in the address that you just sent. You can search it. And it will show you what's going on. Right now, that I'm not involved in any transactions. But if I ever were or were being in a transaction, it would show me. And you're waiting for confirmation. So you can actually watch your transaction. It's kind of cool. Like when you wire money for the bank, you can't see that happening. You just have to wait for the bank to say, oh, yeah, we got your money. But here you can actually watch the transaction in real time as it gets confirmed through the miners, which is awesome. So, Frank, let me know if that helped you out, if that got you where you needed to go. Yeah, but that's basically how you send money from the Exodus wallet over to Coinbase. Let me know if you need anything else, Frank. Yes.
I was.
All right. I appreciate you, Summer, adding to the show. Okay, so today we want to talk about the trades that I'm involved in and what's going on. And last night was a big night. I woke up to $500 in gains, which was awesome, right? Because I'm trying to make like $500 a day if I can trading. And some days it's not the case. Some days it is the case. It all depends. And it's getting a lot more easier when the market starts to move. We've been watching stuff like this. This is insane here. These are parabolic moves. This is on the 4 hour. When you see gains like this on the 4 hour. So literally just on January 2nd, we see Monero up 75%. A lot of these coins just had a buy. The bottom was around January. It was interesting. We bottomed in a lot of coins. And now we're kind of just beginning the momentum. Ether begins the move. When Ether starts to move, that's when you know all the other altcoins will follow. We have in crypto what's called rounded bottoms, okay? Let me take you through that and show you what's going on with a rounded bottom.
Momentum is when you get more speed when it's getting slower.
Well, faster, right?
Yeah.
Gain a momentum. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that update. My daughter's a sweetheart, man. But see, this is the beginning of a parabolic move. And you can see, because it stayed on the curve, and now it's rounding up. These tend to just round up really good. They do what's called a cup and handle. They cup up, they come down, they handle. They explode pretty good. So when you look at XMR, which is Monero, one of my favorite coins on the market because it is untraceable. It's a privacy coin that tumbles all your money, and basically it's like a laundering tool in a sense. But you know, the weird thing about government is like you're a criminal if you want your economic freedom to be privatized. But at the same time, to become private in the economy, like it's almost like a rich person's behavior, right? So I think that privacy when we do transactions should be a given, but it's not. It's something that the government and the banks all want because they can use that information to sell it to other people, all sorts of other things. So if I was to trade Monero right now, I might wait for a slight pullback, maybe onto this line here or onto this line. But things are pumping heavy today, and there's a lot of movement. Honestly, for a lot of my subscribers, I would suggest not to trade unless you're willing to take a lot of time doing it. It's going to take a lot of time learning. You're going to lose on your way to the top. And it can get very frustrating, as well as people around you are going to be questioning you. And I advise someone with a good full-time job, working, want to watch my channel, you want to make some money in crypto. Like today, you basically have to set a plan. Like you have to say, I want to put $1,000 into Monero. You have to show. You have to look at it. You have to write down how much money you have. Excuse me. You have to write down how much money you have. Like I want to put $10,000 into the market. Okay. You want to write that down. You want to allocate the money, get it ready, make sure it's there, and then you want to start looking at coins. Going to channels like mine. Going to all different places on YouTube and basically gaining that knowledge. Once you gain that knowledge, you start piecing out what coins you want. You should get a list of 5. Bitcoin should be the number one thing you buy. If that $10,000, $2,000 at least should go into Bitcoin immediately. Or not immediately, but that's basically should be your big boy, you know? And then I would sprinkle the 1,000 or 500 into the next 8, between 4 and 8 coins. What coins would I be choosing? Right now, if I were to choose coins, this is what I would do. Okay, it goes from large cap to medium cap to small cap. And the gains are more exponential depending on which one you get. Right now, it seems like the whole crypto market is experiencing a pump. So there's a lot going on. Okay, so Nano is worth looking at. Nano coin. This coin was basically it's like a Chinese coin. There's a double bottom here. This thing can pump heavy, has a lot of movement. So Nano is something to look at and research. Matic is a new coin out that I think will pump. People know about it. I mean, it had this giant run up earlier this year, even before. It's due for another huge spike. Like, look at these 2 spikes. It'll spike again. It'll make you some money. So that's an ontology, something you really want to watch out. They like these coins in China. The Chinese trio, I say Atom, Ontology, and Neo. I like to trade Atom a lot. Atom's a very strong coin. Look at the trajectory. If you bought Atom in September, you would have bought it at $1.90. You'd be sitting at $4.27 right now, up you know, basically over 100%. A lot of these coins would have made you over 100% just from the fall alone. So it's pretty interesting. Link's a kind of a must-have. Like, Link's a must-have. Now, Link is about to break out of this huge triangle that I drew. You can see this has been forming for a long time. Link will go up 119% all the way to $5.46. I think having some Link would be a great idea. So here's my idea. Say you want Bitcoin, you definitely want Link. And why do you want Link? Because blockchains run on their own and they don't interact with the world as well. Like, basically, you have Google, you have Excel, and you have all these different programs that we've made. But blockchain doesn't run with them. They run on their own blockchain. Link creates interoperability between blockchains and a lot of these other new, you know, all these systems that we have out now. The banking system, internet, all these new these protocols that have been around for a long time. They will work with Link, and Link will somehow integrate them into a blockchain. So Link is extremely important, has a big spot and a big place, and plays a big role in the cryptocurrency world. We'll see if there's other people that will kind of combat what Link does, but here we go. Now I was in Bitcoin Cash, okay? And now I said, you know, it's going to make a parabolic move. Usually if something comes out of a rising wedge like this, it goes parabolic, like absolutely parabolic. The only issue was I was in earlier today, I was up $180 on the trade, put 2,000 in, and I made 11% on the trade. I believe I can show this. But, so here you can see, here's my trades, put my money where my mouth is, but I put $2,000 on $1,400 on Bitcoin Cash, came out 11% at $171. What a nice play. And we can see that trade if we go to my, see, I had take profit at 437. Now we're sitting at 434. Kind of wish I just put my stop at, you know, but I decided to just take the money. A lot of days I'm in a trade and I'm up, and then next thing you know, you're back to zero. And I was like, you know what? I just wanted to take up $275 on the day already. But honestly, more than that, my account was at like 6,800 just a couple days ago. So we're up $700. That's actually a 10% gain in the entire account in about 6 days. So wouldn't you like that? I want to start my own basically investing firm. It's necessary for you to have Litecoin in your Coinbase account in order to send Bitcoin? No, I don't think you don't need any money to send money. You don't need that, Frank. You just need to have, no, I'm going to just respond, no. It's like an email. Like, you don't have to have an email in your box to receive an email. I don't believe that's true. So, Sam, it's necessary for you to have Litecoin in your Coinbase account in order to send Litecoin from your Exodus wallet. Are you asking a question? It sounds like you're telling me or you're saying it, but I'm telling you that I don't know, you know. You got it? Cool. Cool. Yeah, you're just basically copy and pasting. I go really slow when I do it, even though I've been doing it for 3 years. Whenever I send cryptocurrency, I just go super slow. I have a quadruple check system, and I actually put 4 boxes, and I check each box. And I do everything 4 times. On the 4th check, I make sure, and that's why I put the boxes. Like, I literally just get a blank piece of paper, I draw 4 boxes, and I look at everything and put a check. This makes me have a check and balance system for myself so that I don't make a mistake. I'm not trying to send $10,000, $5,000, $2,000, even $100 to the wrong place. So with that being said, now the whole market is pumping. We have Bitcoin SV pumping. We have a lot going on today. I'm still in a Bitcoin trade right here, up $162 too on Bitcoin. Went in at 8,600. You know, so we're up nicely there. Holding some long-term holds right here. Here's hot. Holding this one. It's down $31. But it's funny how it's down money, but it's up money because it's basically in a Bitcoin trade. So as Bitcoin gains, yeah, basically once you send money, the transaction will pen. And if you want to watch that transaction, Frank, go on over to here. Go on over here. This is what I was trying to say. You're going to go over here to block cipher. Just type blockcipher.io, I think it is. I'll go back. The first one, blockcipher.com. hit the block explorer and paste that address that you sent to Litecoin. Paste the address there, the receiving address. Hit search. It's going to show you your transaction. Basically what happens is your transaction is going to get coupled with other transactions on the blockchain. So you're going to see basically what you're a part of. It's really awesome. It's really interesting. It is a beautiful thing. So wow, they have their own testnet going now. So maybe they have a coin that's interesting. Wow, I just sold Bitcoin Cash, and now I'm wondering if that was a good idea or not. Oof. Usually this will come back for a retracement and then a boom up. Is it worth buying now? You know, it would be awesome buying here and then just putting a stop loss here at like 397. But then I end up giving back some gains. I'm already up. I'm wondering what to do here. XTZ I knew was going to pump. I basically called this buy zone here. I was hoping that it would come back down into the buy zone, but it never did, and it went parabolic. A lot of these coins are starting to go parabolic. It's kind of freaking me out now because I don't like when the market moves this fast, because that means I have to be on my game. I mean, I'm always on my game, but now it's like essential because there's so much money to be made. You got to be on it. Now, right now I'm in Ethereum Classic. That's another trade I'm in. Why I'm in Ethereum Classic, I was going to explain why. Last night I'm sitting here looking for a trade, wondering what's going on. I'm up $72, 3.3% with a $2,000 buy-in right now. 3.7 actually percent. That's a good percentage. I could close that trade right now and be a very happy man, you know. Constantly making gains. But I saw this triangle right here, and I said, this is a basically asymmetrical triangle, which has a 50% break to the upside or to the downside. But it also is an ascending triangle. It actually is an ascending triangle in my opinion, because it's on the way up a little bit. But basically, this could go up or down. But in a really heavy bull market, a bilateral triangle will be very bullish. So I'm looking at gains of 32%. We could see Ethereum Classic hitting $15.73 very, very, very easily. It just did a very similar gain right here. And you would say, well, why would you buy into something that just had these gains? Went up 47% since January 25th. And if we went all the way back to January 13th, this thing is up a hefty 137%. Wonderful gains. And basically, look at that. Since January 13th. Not bad for less than a month trade, making 137%. And actually, there's a chance of making even more, right? 194%. Imagine those gains. So I'm in this Ethereum Classic trade, holding on. What happens is these break out of these triangles, okay? We go to this on the 4-hour. So this is basically what's called a breakout. It's breaking out of the triangle. It should come back and retest this trend line. Right now is a perfect time to buy Ethereum Classic. Even though it is pumping, it's basically beginning another breakout. Very similar to this triangle here. Okay? Very similar. Almost identical in setup formation, if you could believe that. I think this dip kind of just revved out there, but boom. So it hits the trend line, comes back up, usually hits the trend line, comes back up, tests the trend line, comes back up. Now this didn't really have a retrace. Sometimes you get a retest, like it comes back up and pops. But what you're supposed to do is once it breaks out of a triangle, that's your buy zone. Like this is where you want to buy an asset. And then you put your stop loss right here. The reason you do that is look at the amount of risk. 3.4%, depending on where you get in, you know. But it's nice to be below the trend line. A lot of times this trend line protects. Why? Because traders are trending on it. They're trading on it. I'm not the only one drawing this trend line. Anyone who's basically an experienced trader is drawing all the same lines and using the same patterns, and we're trading off of each other. We also have what's called this MACD, which is the moving average convergence and divergence. This is a positive blue line. This is a negative red line. When the blue line crosses over the red line, you can see that's when price action begins to negate and starts to fall. So right here would have been a signal, you know what, maybe I should sell Ethereum Classic. The blue line is crossing. These are also histograms in the MACD. They're showing you the power of the momentum. So we had this huge parabolic move up. You could see the blue line crossed the red line somewhere right around here. That was a buy signal indication. Although this is a lagging indicator. It tends to happen like a little after the fact. As you can see, Ethereum Classic pumping as we speak. I'm making $10. I'm up now 4%. You can see right now we're up at 84, up 4% now, 85. This thing is basically on a big move. I'm able to identify these moves because I basically can see chart patterns, and I've been studying now for a few years, but hardcore like 6 months.
Bitcoin can rise up.
Yep. She knows, dude. She knows more than most people on the streets. XMR is having these are crazy when they go parabolic like this. This is insane. I really like XMR. My portfolio is blowing up because almost every coin I have is going up. Doesn't matter. I have, 10 Ether. That's up 10%, 5.5%. I have 20,000 XRP. That's up 5%. Doesn't matter what I'm in. And that's what happens when this market starts really running. A blind man can make money. I'm telling you guys right now, a blind man can make money. And the last bull market, I saw 26,000 turn into like 140,000. It was insane. And I was, I was watching coins and paying attention, but I wasn't as experienced as a trader as I am now. So I can only imagine how much money I could possibly make now. Look, up $89. We're now up $89, 4.5% on this $2,000 buy-in. This XRP is holding. Why did I buy some XRP? Let me explain that as well. And I'm still holding this Bitcoin trade, now up 10%. I mean, that's some of the most I've ever been up on Bitcoin, honestly. It's a nice, hefty trade. I also have long-term holdings. I try to do this to pay the rent. So basically, I keep $10,000 to $20,000 in what I call play money to try to play the market, and try to pay the rent with that. That's kind of the idea. Not huge. Try to make a couple grand a month if I can possibly, or more. Wow, Ethereum Classic just boomed up hard. Hit 1218. This is moving fast. Very good. Very proud of you. Now, I like to go to the 30-minute because it really gives me what's crack lacking. So the 30-minute. You see, when we broke out here, we had a bull flag, and just kept moving faster. This thing is moving. What happens now is people start seeing these coins move, and all the old people that are sitting on the sidelines that were waiting to buy, they were like, oh, I'll get in at 8, I'll get in at 10, I'll get in at 11, 12. Now it's like, what do you do now? Now you hold, and you don't care if it goes to 11, back to 11, because you think, in a month, I'll be back at 15, 16. So now you have long-term dollar cost averages guys jumping in. You also have traders jumping in. This is creating a little mini bull flag right here on the 30-minute. Please don't do that. This is creating a little mini bull flag right here, as you can see. These tend to break out. Boom. So yeah, I'm extremely excited about this. I saw the triangle last night. I saw how tight it was getting. The tighter triangle gets into the apex, the more explosive the move as well. You can also see when you have declining volume. See high volume, high volume, high volume. The volume kind of was starting to taper off. No, I'm giving people real data here, Summer. I'm offering value. Okay. These tend to break out. Boom. That audio is great now. Really got this stream down packed. Really happy for that. Yeah, no, let's check Tesla out, guys. I've been looking at Tesla for the last few days. Of course, I played it. I had to buy some Tesla. We knew it was gonna pump down. It was a perfect short, actually. Yesterday was a perfect day to short Tesla. There was no way it was gonna keep these gains. Let me show you what's going into Tesla. And if you want to buy Tesla and you're thinking about getting into Tesla, here we go. All right. So we're in Tesla now. Let me show you what's going on with Tesla. What I would do if I was going to buy Tesla. All right. Let's just kind of get our heads right with how much it went up. 189% since December 9th. Would have been a beautiful play. Make 200% in a month and a half. Who doesn't want to do that? These are crypto numbers. They were saying that this was like crypto. Nice job, Scott. That's a nice trade, man. Frank says hi, Summer. Frank, right? All right. Frank. You haven't seen him in a bit. Okay. I'd like to go to the 4-hour. See the health of this thing. I'll delete all my old work and we'll start from scratch. So this is what I do when I go to buy an asset. Basically, the first thing I do is I look at previous price action and I make what are called support and resistance lines. They're clearly defined. Like here, Tesla came down and it bounced off 179. Here it came up to 179, 180, and it couldn't make it and got rejected. Came up. That's loud. Please don't do that. And that got rejected here at 290. I just said don't do that.
No, it keeps opening.
Well, then don't touch it. Okay, so I'll check out Snap as well. Okay, so we bounced here off 189. Then we came back up and we see, look at the strong resistance in this area here. This is strong resistance. You basically start building, it's very, you know, I look at like a detective. You start building a story. But this was strong resistance in this area. Seemed to not be able to get above this line at 380. 380 was just psychological, you know. So when we broke out of 380, that told you something was going on. Because look, we were here at May 27th, and it took basically a year from, or May 27th of 2017 to December of 2018. We could not break through 380. So when we finally break through 380 on December 20th, that was an indication that something was going on. That was when you realized as a trader, very similar to this area here. Look, we broke through this area, which look, you could see we peaked. Seemed like we just had a hard time getting through this range here, this section. So once Tesla broke out, that was kind of the indication that maybe you should start looking at it, and it was going to start making a parabolic move. That's how the move starts. You know, you don't know for sure. Wow, look at the MACD. I've almost never seen a MACD like that, even when Bitcoin pumped like that. Very interesting. All right, so where would you buy Tesla if you could? So we're gonna keep looking for our support and resistance lines. It's hard in these parabolic runs, but we'll keep adding. I'm gonna ask you not to do that one more time. All right. Hurting my ears because my microphone's attached and it's going right into my ears. Okay. So this is hard because we're in territory where the stock has never been in. When that happens, you really need the Fibonacci tool. And we need to go to a higher time frame. Let's bring this into, and I need to make this like full screen, the price action alone. Okay. We got to shrink it down a little bit. It's hard to like see the top here. Wow. That's a wick, man. What a wick. 960. Had a feeling something funny was going on. So where would you buy Tesla? Well, you got to go to the Fibonacci tool. So you go to the low, and you bring this all the way up to the very top of that, okay? And when moves are this parabolic, almost even a move's not that parabolic, we see retracements basically in what's called the 61.8%. So this is what's called the golden pocket right here, okay? Between the 0.5 fib and the 0.618 Fibonacci level. This is basically where you would want to accumulate Tesla again. You could put in an order in right now. 3 orders. Basically, if you wanted to get into Tesla for 1,000, you'd put 3 orders. A 300 buy at 496, a 300 buy at 542, and a 300 buy at 588. You'd call it a day and you'd walk away. That way you don't FOMO, you're not worried, you're not jumping in. And there's a chance it never does retrace down there. That's a fact, okay, guys? But when something has this big of a pullback, you got to understand that there's definitely going to be some losses. But only having 14% losses on such a move like that could actually show more support than we realize. Kind of have to go to the 15-minute to see what's going on with Tesla.
Daddy, I found this.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Put that right there on my thing.
Okay.
All right. So here we have it bouncing off the 756.77. So 756 seems to be a little bit of support. Then we have another region right here at 680. And then I have this region here at 588. Since it went so parabolic, it really has no support up until it gets to 588. You also see this move here, this 21-day moving average looks like it may want to start crossing. The last time we saw that 21-day moving average crossing, somewhere around here, somewhere around here, somewhere around here. It always basically shows you that there's a downside to what's going on. So yeah, if I were to play Tesla, I would have 3 laddered buys in this zone area here. That's what I would do. Maybe one up here just in case. so I can get a position if it doesn't come down. And that's how I'll play it. And if I get it, I get it. And if I don't, I don't. I would reassess. We need it to bounce in this area more to create more support and resistance so we can see where it lies. At this very moment, it's very hard. What I will add right now is the VPVR. What that will do is that will kind of show us where people like to buy and sell. It's a visible buy range, technically. It's an annoying indicator because it takes a lot of power from like the program. And look, did I hit the nail on the head? I did. Look at the VPVR. It's right there at 566. It's kind of uncanny how I nailed that, right? There's another place here, up here in the 756 region if we expand. But for the most part, we see the most buying and selling, 400, 495, in that nice little region there. So different areas, but we're really looking here, 560 region. This is where I would be accumulating Tesla right now if I had sold. Honestly, it's kind of hard not to sell. I would advise almost everyone to take some profits off the table. Yes, I know you think it will go to 7,000, but you know what? Put the profits off the table, reinvest into Tesla. Like if you had sold at 900, when it hit 900 and you weren't selling, I think you were a bit delusional at that point. If you were like I was watching and I was like, you know what? This is going to go, and I saw 898, and then when I saw 940, I was like, that's it. It's got to be a blow off top. That's kind of what happened there. Snapchat. I don't like to look at stocks too much, guys. I'm very crypto. This is the crypto channel. But someone here just asked about Snap, and I like to appease my subscribers. Yeah, well, Snap has a run, and now it's basically, this is good. Okay, let me show you what's going to happen with Snap, or what I think is going to happen with Snap. No one knows for sure, right? But what? Thing is, most traders are trading like me, and they're using algorithms and stuff of that nature, so. Honey, that's really loud. That's really loud. Hey! I'll be off soon, and you can do whatever you want. It's hard when you have to watch your kid at home while you're actually a live streamer. So here's my fib tool. Get our spike. So this should come back into the golden pocket too. So you could accumulate this back here at 1620, 1640. Now this makes far more sense. We can actually watch this asset. It makes far more sense. Yeah, so so it did come back into here. It's actually in a good spot. This actually is a good place to buy it because we had the gap. It came back down. It's going to bounce off this resistance. See this resistance it had? That may create new support. It could be an SR flip. Then we could just see it kind of going around. So yeah, it should retrace, and it could retrace even more right down here into 1619. So if I were to buy Snap, I would basically, this is how I do any trade. I decide how much I want to put in. So let's just say I wanted to buy Snap for $2,000. I would make my first buy today, right now, at 1701 for about $600, between 5 and 700, depending. I would make between 4 and 3 buys, between 3 and 5 buys on that $2,000, depending on how the market felt that day and what was going on. Right now at 1701, it looks like this could possibly be heavy support because we saw resistance here. So you could take a stab at that. I actually would allocate a little more. I would put $700 in right now into Snap. Okay, I would hold $700 for it to come back down into this 16 region in the 618. At that point, I really don't think it will retrace anymore. So let's look at it on the weekly and get like a broader picture of how it feels. Right now, it's very oversold too, but that's on the 15 minute. So let's go to the 4 hour, a far more probable chart. So it can still get more oversold. It can get down here below this 20 line. The last time it did that, had you bought there, look, boom. What were the gains there that you would have made had you bought? So you really always want to be watching this RSI, the relative strength index. This basically tells you the momentum of the move. If the move is strong, it's going to keep going. This tells you when something is overbought and oversold. We have these meters here, 70 and here at 30. I used to put them at 80 and 20, but some people say it's a little more accurate if you do it at 70 and 30. So I changed them to 70 and 30. And let me just prove to you how it works. So this is called oversold, meaning all the sellers are exhausted. And if the sellers are exhausted, they can't basically sell it anymore. So it finds a bottom. So Snap looked like it found a bottom here at $4.93. Wow. And that was at December 27th of 18. But had you bought there, you'd be up Nice 300%. Pretty nice. Had you sold the top there. All right, anyway, let's just go look and see the percentage gains if you use this MACD if you use the RSI and the MACD indicator like I'm showing you. So right here, we're really oversold. Right here, you can see we dip below my white dotted line. So you want to be buying in this zone. You really don't want to be accumulating any stock until you see it in the oversold region, unless you know something different or you're playing it for a really quick, a really quick swing trade. So basically it hits this lower area. So gains of 34%, which is really nice. So had you bought lower here, and we're getting back into the zone. Will it keep going lower? It doesn't always go lower, as you can see. Not every single time, but it will go lower eventually. Yeah, so that would be a nice place to accumulate if you wanted to get into Snap, because you would have to wait. So I would buy now and then allocate another one for a lower move down. I'm live on Instagram, on YouTube. So yeah, that's where I would be getting down on Snap. Let's zoom back out, see what's going on. Yeah, so that actually might be a place. Nice call on that, Scott. It's a good thing to look at. It's definitely worth checking out. Let's check out the Dow now. Now the Dow cracking 29,000 again. Now what I see a lot is when things go down. So this is the big move. I've been showing people this a lot because I wanted to show them on the daily. This was the .com bubble right here. We went up. We crushed down 34%. This was the 2008 crisis. The Dow lost 56%. And now we are at unprecedented levels here. Usually this is a rising wedge that goes all the way up. This is a rising wedge that usually goes all the way up. Okay? Like when they break out pretty parabolically, which is kind of scary. That means this could be in for some more gains. We could see a melt off top on the Dow. The chance the Dow goes to 40,000, my only issue, if the Dow goes that high, it's gonna correct even worse. There's definitely a correction coming for the Dow. Just like Bitcoin, nothing's gonna keep going up like this. They are printing a lot of money though. So as they keep printing money, there's a chance that this keeps moving. You know, there is a chance that this keeps moving. I have this line here saying that we will see the Dow back down in the 10,000 region, but not until we go up a little more. I say we're going to go up again. There's a chance we hit 40,000 on the Dow because they're printing so much money. But don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean we're in the strongest economy ever and everything is great. It's just, you know. So what I like to trade is I like to trade Nugget and JNUG. They're just fun to trade because they're 3 times gold ETFs, and they're simple. In my opinion, they're simple to trade. I don't mean that, but just there's so many other assets that do a lot of different things, like pharmaceuticals, companies, ups and downs. Just trading gold is kind of, you know what? It's a no-brainer. You trade gold. You do what you got to do. You see the levels. It's a no-brainer. Right now, gold is entering in to the same triangle that I made the Ethereum Classic buy on. Like, there's a reason why I made that Ethereum Classic buy, right? Oh, Bitcoin up even more now. Wow, my Ethereum Classic now, I'm up $154, 7%. It just absolutely went parabolic. Hold on, let's go back to this. I'm gonna have to come back to the Dow, to this right now because I'm gonna trade. It's making me a little euphoric. When you get euphoric, it's really time to sell. I gotta keep reminding myself that. Anytime I get euphoric, I start patting myself on the back for a good trade. It's time to sell that asset. Wow, look at what just happened. But I said that this was going to break out. I mean, I saw the triangle. We're either going to break down or break out. At 1259, 1260. This thing is pumping. People want this asset. I don't know what's going on. But see how the VPVR, it gets annoying. It gets really annoying. To me, it gets in the way of a lot of stuff. Turn it off. But yeah, I think we're in for some gains. Yes, and I raised my stop loss into profit. Oh man, this is amazing. I'm gonna raise my stop loss into profit at like 12.10, so I'm walking away with $130 at least. 6% gains. We're at 7% gains guaranteed. So let me show you how I trade, guys. So right now, I'm euphoric. Things are pumping. I have an awesome program. I'm using the 3 commas. It's really good. So right now, what I here do is I go edit. I see my trade right here. And what I do is I take the stop loss and I move it into basically 12.25, up 5%, up 6%, 5.35. Let's get greedy on yourself, you know? It may dip. So this is where you say, do you dip and get out and then it goes to 13 and you miss those gains? Or do you guarantee these gains now? Or do you just leave the stop loss at break even and don't be greedy and hope you can ride it even more? But look, we just went from 12.58 to 12.50. See how that works? So that lets me think I should put my stop loss 12.35. I'll be super happy with 6% and I'll see if we can ride it out. Okay? And that's it. You can't be greedy. You got to take gains and you got to take money off the table. I've learned that the hard way 100 times over, guys. So now look, I'm guaranteed to make basically 6% and we're up 7%. I'm going to pull away $120 off this $2,000 buy-in. And there's a chance that we could stay in even more. I like how it dipped down. What I want to see is this 15-minute chart now. So look, I said that was a bull flag. It broke out of that mini bull flag, which is awesome. Yeah, look, I think this is going to keep moving. And the reason why is because usually we have what's called a retrace. And this is just, look at that candle. We had another candle like that here earlier. Wow, Ethereum Classic, man. I had a feeling last night. I saw this triangle. I even went onto one of my trading groups, and then I saw everyone else had seen the triangle. I was just sitting there. I'd got home from something. And I said, let me just see the market. Let me see if there's anything worth playing. Sometimes there's not. You're forcing a trade. But last night, I was just like, I'm not forcing this trade. It looks... Because what I like to do is not risk a lot. So a trade like this is great because you can buy like right here. What did I buy in at? 11.65. So I bought in somewhere right in here. I said, you know what? This looks like it's going to break out of the triangle. And then I put my stop loss right here below the trend line, 11.42. I mean, you need $1.10 for 10%. That's 20 cents. On $2,000, the most I could lose there was like $20. And now I'm up $156. So I basically risked $20 to gain $156. That's a 7-to-1 ROI, return on investment. You're looking for 7-to-1s, 5-to-1s, constantly. And it doesn't always work out. Stop 3 times in a row. But if you get stopped out 3 times in a row, that's $60. And if you get one, you make $150, $200. That negates those last 3 losing trades, and you're on your way. It's also a really good market right now. There's a lot of money pouring in. So, let's see, wow, there's a lot of volatility now. We're going up and down, up and down. Can you stop that? Like, just play with the toys you have now? Please? I'm begging you. Sorry, guys. But I have to maybe sometimes do this at night. And
I think I have to get just one.
that's it.
Okay.
I'll be done soon. You can do whatever you want. You can throw water balloons all over the house. You can hang from the chandeliers. You can do whatever you like.
Daddy, we don't have chandeliers.
All right. She's funny. All right, cool. So check it out. Now I want to look at XRP. Let me just see the comment section if anyone's in there. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Let me get back to JNug and JDust. That's how it all started for me. That's how I began trading. That's my trading career began with JNug and Nugget. All right. So I put a big time frame on this. I mean, I went to the 12-hour recently. It's annoying how this, like, every time you change this should be automatic, like how I want to see it. It's very annoying, but whatever. So basically, we're getting into where Ethereum Classic was with Nugget now. See? Very similar position. We're in a bilateral triangle. And you'd say, well, Sam, how do you know the target? The target literally is the length of the pole or the base of the triangle. Take the base of this triangle or the length of the pole, kind of how it's going up. A lot of people do this. I do this, and it tends to play out well for me. So that's how I do it. Oh, you should have taken the gains yesterday for sure. For sure. I mean, it's kind of a wrap now. But I wouldn't touch it now. But yesterday at 960 would have been a great time because then you could have bought in at $700 today. But that's also like a crazy game. That's for someone like me who's watching it all the time. Honestly, you'll make more money, Marcus, just holding on. Just hold on. But you rode a freaking run, dude. You went on a run, son. I'm proud of you. proud of you for holding that Tesla. And keep believing in Elon Musk. I think we could easily see $1,200 share in 6 months. So I think we're up for a double up, honestly. I'm telling people the dollar cost average in at 560, 600 area. If they get that lucky, honestly, you might make one buy right now just to get a stake in and then have your money waiting so you can dollar cost average yourself in if it dips. And if it doesn't, you can just add into it. But when something booms up this much, it's too much. I mean, it's over. So look, this means, I was just telling you guys about the relative strain index. This is overbought. It's clearly overbought. See how overbought this is? Oof. It's so overbought, it's ridiculous. Like, you don't want to be, basically, you never want to be buying assets up here because that's basically like going out in the rain and expecting not to get wet. You know, you're going to get wet, you know. Buying down here is like going out in the rain, but having the best wetsuit possible, and the chances of you getting wet are very, very low. I'm making a metaphor to weather and trading. Kind of came out real quick, but that's what I'm saying, you know. Elon Musk made an EDM track, probably has spots where to buy and sell hidden in it. No, he definitely did make an EDM track. It's called Trust Your Vibe. And you know what? Why not play that in the background right now? I didn't like the song. I thought it was going to be way better than it was. Right when it came out, I went and I listened to it. I think his initials are EDM too. Is that, you know? So. This is it. This is it right here. Oh, it's a little loud. Let's start vibing out, guys. Let's vibe out. Let's vibe out. Yeah, so man, when you're making money, when you're sitting at home with your daughter and you got your awesome subscribers talking to you and chatting, life can't get any better. You know what? I've learned about FinViz a long time ago, and I just never use it. I don't trade stocks enough. This ain't his track. Why would someone do this, man? What? People are so stupid. Like, someone had to have put it on YouTube. I listened to it on SoundCloud the other day. Yeah, don't doubt your vibe. Here it is. Don't doubt your vibe. So look at this, was Tesla. It went all the way up here and boom down, but now it's already getting bought back up. This thing is scary, man. Like, it's actually gotten to the oversold area, which is where you want to buy it now on the 5-minute chart. If you're scalping, it's actually a good time to buy Tesla for just a quick scalp. Wow. All right, guys, let's get into some other the news. I wanted to get back to the JNUG. Nugget. Yeah, so Nugget, it's time to buy Nugget. Why? Because it's in a bilateral triangle, and it's about to break out. It's pretty clear. And gold has been breaking out recently and doing its thing. Like, it goes on a breakout for a couple days, then chills out. It goes on another breakout for a couple days and chills out. This is really annoying. I'm going to, like, talk to them about this. Because when I change time frames, I shouldn't have to keep expanding my chart every single time. You know what I'm saying? So here, we're at the bottom of the trend line. Perfect place to buy. Actually, you should be buying Nugget right now. Right now. And what are the potential gains for Nugget? We could see it break out. You could make 86%. And look, how long did this last parabolic move take? It took from the 27th of May all the way to August. So May, June, July, August, 4 months. So this could take 4 months. But 4 months at 86%, why not? And you're in gold. Or you could just trade it literally up to the top of this trend line and get out. Don't doubt your vibe, guys. I'm never doubting my vibe. I'm keeping it moving, you know? I'm keeping it moving. Feeling good today. This is like a child's piano recital track. That was the first one where we moved on. It could get better. You could be Elon Musk. I'm just holding my daughter from school because of this coronavirus. Most people think I'm out of my mind. But you guys can hate me. You can judge me. But I just, you know, giving her a couple weeks off. But I am homeschooling her. She's already learned the piano. She's learning more here with me than she is at school. Aren't you, Summer?
I don't want to homeschool.
Why not? Tell me why.
It sounds weird.
It sounds weird. Oh, man. That's funny. But yeah, we started this channel just not too long ago. 47 subscribers now. That's a 47x from 0, okay? I believe we can double that in the next couple weeks. And then next thing you know, we'll have 1,000 subscribers. And this channel will be moving. Putting in a lot of effort, a lot of work. And it's really hard to grow a YouTube channel. You got to love it. Like, you got to just want to do it. You got to do it like putting your pants on. Like, you put your pants on every day, you make a video every day.
Why do you say put your pants on?
She's funny. Yo. She should be on the show. Wow, Dash recovering now. Now, Dash. Let's take a look at Dash. I love Dash. Why? Because that has privacy in it. I love any coin that has privacy installed. All about it. I also like Dash's team. Back in the bull market, they had the best commercials. They were like the cleanest looking coin. So we will probably see Dash come back down, sadly, to this trend line at $91. But it could be on its way to make a move this way, too.
What are you saying?
I like Dash, though. It is getting into the overbought area. Man, it's definitely going to retrace. So I'll look at Dash in a couple days, but I don't think it's worth touching right now.
Why do you keep saying Dash?
That's the coin. Look at gold. Where do I think gold will go? Well, it has strong resistance. 1550 is just like 1541, 1548 here. This area is really just this is a zone. This is a strong support zone for gold. Right here. This is a very strong support zone for gold. You can see it just doesn't want to go below that. Ever since that parabolic move, since January 8th, gold is just saying, no way, guys. I'm holding a new bottom. Just like it held this bottom here. Look, it held this bottom here at 1385, 1360. And sayonara, it's gone. I don't think we'll see that price ever again in gold. It's my predictions here. So now we have basically kind of a bull flag forming here with gold. That's a bull flag, guys. And we're at the bottom of the trend line. Perfect day to buy JNUG. JNUG's is set up. Gold is on a setup. They work together. It just took a dip yesterday. Today's only up 1%. We're ready for some gains in Nugget. Remember me saying that? We're ready for some gains in Nugget. You could also play JNUG. I just feel like you see 1.5% up $2. And look, Nugget is up 1.7%. And JNUG is up. Oh, so JNUG's up more, actually. Damn. So maybe JNUG is a better play. Interesting. But JNUG's doing the same thing. You can see my work here. It's a mess. But JNUG is kind of doing the same thing. It's entering into a triangle where it wants to break out. And my green box is where I decided you should be always accumulating JNUG. This is a place I really like. So what I do is I look at a stock, I do support and resistance, I then find a place where you should accumulate, I dollar cost average in, I ladder out, I basically keep my risk low, and I stay in the game. I've been day trading now for 4 months straight, and I have not blown up my account. I've had some losses, I've had some wins, but I'm kind of and I'm learning. The thing is, the losses, I feel like I'm just paying to learn. You would pay $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to go to some stock trading course, and they're going to teach you all you can. But once you're in that driver's seat, your money's on the line, and your adrenaline's pumping, that's when it's serious. Let me actually just get out of JNUG. I hate deleting my old work, but sometimes it's just necessary because I just can't see. I can actually just take it off. But you can also see JNUG is in this here. It's in a giant asymmetric triangle. If you can see it. Don't doubt your vibe, because your stock will go up so much you won't know what to do. In the grand scheme of things, we could come back down into the resistance points when I look at the big picture, but there's a chance we kind of filter out. So actually, looking on the big frame, this little one could break out, but there is a chance that we get back down here, 66, 64. I actually, healthy wise, I would like to get into this zone here. My instincts are telling me that this is where we want to go. We don't have to touch the bottom of the trend line, but we do want to get close. And then boom. So maybe there's a little more accumulation, but we don't know. The world's changing, and this also trades on gold. And if gold just erupts, there's nothing you can do about it. I would make my first buy now, though. So at least I had some skin in the game. See where it goes from there. Bitcoin Cash. So Tesla, 770. Holding. Interesting. See anyone else up here? Yeah, I hope I'm providing knowledge for you guys. That's the whole point of the stream, is just to help. You know, everyone owns stocks. Everyone makes a move. So it's nice to see someone else talking about something that you're involved in. Yeah, how could you be short this market, man? Could be an equity offering. Now the Dow, man. This shady Dow. Oof, 2,900. Just wants to keep moving. Doesn't care. Snap, starting to make a move. Could it break out to 18? So that's what I would do. That's what I would trade in the regular markets. Okay, that's what I'm looking at my regular market. Let's go back to the life of crypto, life of Bitcoin. What do I see happening with Bitcoin? Well, right now, Bitcoin is in its own. Look at the giant triangle Bitcoin is in. See, guys, it's all about triangles. It's just like constant. It's just what triangle are we talking about? What asset are we trading? And I have a target here for Bitcoin at $27,137. And I think we could reach that by August. So that's my prediction. Bitcoin at 27,000 by August. I said it here first. Not going on anyone else's nonsense. So, and then inside of that triangle, we have another triangle. Is actually this was a falling wedge, which is a 68% chance of a break to the upside. And boom, we broke to the upside. And then you can look at the target for that. Temporary target is this. And we're kind of doing that. We just haven't figured it out yet. But we're on our way to 12.7. Okay. That's the most annoying thing. I hit this one button and it shows like my history. This is very annoying. 12,764, short-term target from this falling wedge breakout. So yes, and we're not even into the overbought area yet, but we're in a healthy trend moving up. Then we're going to see a retrace back to 10,000, 10.6, and then we're on our way, folks. So I say something like this. If I had to make a prediction, all the time I've been doing this, Bitcoin does something like this. It's exactly 12.7, gets rejected. That would be a nice short right there with leverage. Be looking at that, and then keeps coming, and I would say then we have some type of resistance in this area. We might get through some chop, maybe one last little dip to 98, and then we're gone. So that's kind of how I'm looking at this, and then we're on to the next leg. If Bitcoin is $27, I'll buy you a beer. Hey man, that would be awesome. I'd really appreciate that, and I'm happy that you're still watching. I never know if someone's still watching. Yeah, so this is what's going down with Bitcoin right now. And you know, with the coronavirus, people don't want to touch money. People get paranoid. People not touching money, that alone is going to help Bitcoin move. Also, you don't have to go to the ATM. You don't have to touch buttons at an ATM. You don't have to do anything. You know, and yeah, there's Venmo and stuff like that, but then Venmo you have to send back to your account and then eventually go get the money. Bitcoin stays in, you could keep Bitcoin in your phone forever. Like I have a Bitcoin wallet on my phone that I keep $200 of Bitcoin with. One day recently, if you go to my Instagram, I got a chiropractor took Bitcoin, and we did the transaction out in the woods somewhere. Like we were out in the middle of the woods. That's another thing. I had never made a transaction while I was like leaning on a tree. You know what I'm saying? Like I was literally leaning against a tree. I was in my flip flops, and I'm like, oh, I could send you some money right now with the Bitcoin. It's boring and uninteresting without capital. Well, that's what I'm saying. Just try it. We could start off with $100. And we could trade you up to $1,000, dude. Slowly, just chipping away. Like today, we could have got you $10. You'd be at 110, and then we'll try to get you to 130. We'll do little goals. Next thing you know, you have $1,000, and then you'll have some capital. So let's like get you started, man. If you lose $100, you lose $100, and I don't really think this right now is the time to get into the market. It's booming. We have Bitcoin probably going back to 96, 9700. I think we break 10K by this weekend. I think this weekend we're going to see over 10K Bitcoin for sure. Now, another indication of the markets is Ethereum. When Ethereum pumps, it tells you something's going on in the market. Look at Ethereum Classic. I think I just got bumped out of my trade, right? 1235. Yes, I did. I made 6%, 120. I was up at 170 at one point. I left $50 on the table by not getting into the high. But that's okay. That's what happens. You know, you play it. You know, some weeks I should just take the highest time I am. But you know what? It was at 58 a second ago, and now it's coming down. So this is what happens. This is the volatility in the market. Got to be ready. You got to be on it. But there's money to be made out here, guys. There's a lot of money to be made. And yeah, just got to say that out loud because it's going to happen again. We're going to have a huge bull run. But let's get into the news now. I want to see what's going on with the news. Because there was a lot of cool news out there. So XRP, huge rally triggers key indicator to light up for the first time in a year. Yes, the first time in an attempt to breaking above the recent bear market rally highs is recapturing the 200-day moving average, a feat that XRP has just achieved after the latest pump. Since the start of January, altcoins across the crypto market have been breaking through downtrend resistance and going on powerful rallies, some growing as much as 400% in a week's time. Yeah, I'd like to show you that Ethereum Classic was one of them that went up. And what's the other one that just went up yesterday, 2 days ago? We had Engine Coin, but ICX, man. I'm a long-term holder of ICX. I own a lot of ICX. I hold it. But look at what happened to ICX, which is called Icon. Icon for Tether on Binance. Look at this parabolic run it went on. It's insane. Like, I haven't seen anything like this. I mean, I have, but only in crypto. Honestly, Tesla did something like this, and that was awesome to see an asset like that. This went up 412% since January 27th. Imagine making 400% in a week. You put, like Marcus, you could have put $100 on this thing. And I did it. I actually did it. You guys can think I'm crazy, but if I show you my dashboard, you're going to be like, this guy, is he a freaking savant or did he just know what's up? But I had ICX and I put $100 in it and it turned into $364. So I turned $100 into $364. Hey, I took a shot. It ended up paying off. Right now I only have 822 ICX. Just a couple years ago, ICX was worth $4. So $800 800 shares of ICX right now, which only cost you $364, you could easily see that turn into $4,000 in about a year. So, and what is ICX? People wonder what ICX is. There's an amazing video explaining ICX. Oh, there I am, my live stream. Why I'm in ICX? Because one day I was watching something and now they're all over it. But South Korea blockchain hits national news. Chainlink partnership. Wow, so ICX has a
Why is Icon's founder schmoozing with the mayor of Seoul? Gold on the blockchain and a partnership with Chainlink coming up on Icon TV.
Mineable presents.
This guy put me on to Icon, and he breaks
Hi,
it down.
this is David from P-Rep Team Mineable, and it's time for the first episode of Icon TV. Make sure you subscribe and click on the button.
I've been on Icon for 2 years, man, and nobody seems to talk about it like I do.
So you don't miss any new videos.
But ICX is gonna
Icon
make
has
a lot
just
of money.
announced that they're planning to integrate with the leading oracles.
Now, Chainlink is the leading Oracle solution. I mean, it basically, what it does when I say that is, it's interoperability. Right now, blockchains don't interact with the real world. Like, you can have a blockchain smart contract, and it can't see your printer. It can't see a copy machine. It can't see all. So Chainlink is going to basically connect outside, outside networks and protocols to inside blockchain smart contracts. It's Chainlink. If you don't own Chainlink, you're sleeping under a rock.
Solution Chainlink. This is huge news for both projects. Chainlink allows blockchains to connect to real-world data. The possible use cases are limitless, and we look forward to seeing what people decide to build using both Icon and Chainlink. The Icon project has been well known for their connections within the Korean government, so it might come to no
They're already
surprise when
attached
you see
to the Korean
Icon's
government.
founder Min Kim hanging out with the mayor of Seoul. How's that for government connections? We can only imagine what comes next. At this point, it's no longer a surprise when Icon shows up on national TV. An interview with Icon Foundation co-founder and Icon Loop CEO J.H. Kim reveals the intricacies of MyID, DPass, as well as glimpses of the Seoul Metro.
They say Icon will run all of South Korea, guys. Like, it's South Korea. It's kind of insane, you know. Here's a real life example of why it's exploding. Okay.
Why is Icon's prize exploding? A real life example of blockchain adoption and even more partnerships and exposure on national news. Coming up on Icon is already taking shape. Icon has been making news in Korea for their blockchain-based certificate issuance solution, Proof. From university diplomas,
Proof, baby.
mortgage and housing applications, Proof makes verification a snap by leveraging the blockchain's inherent transparency and immutability. This could really be the future of verification globally, and it's already being promoted to the masses in South Korea. But
Now, Icon will basically, you have your ID on it. You'll be able to buy a house on it, a car on it. You can do anything on it, and it's going to happen instantly on a smart contract. It's going to run the entire city, traffic lights,
Icon
like
is
you name
not
it.
just talking the talk. They're also actively using the products that they build. Icon's Seoul office is not just the home of the Icon project, it's also the perfect demonstration of real-life use cases for blockchain technology. Icon has made a promise that they will never sell products that they wouldn't use themselves.
Excellent.
Today, we can see Icon employees enter their offices, book meeting rooms, send in.
See, he just opened the door with his Icon ID. You see what's going on here? His ID's on the blockchain. The door recognizes him. He gets in.
And manage visitor
this-
records by
This
using
is sick.
ICX.
This is why blockchain's taking over the world, man.
Allows the building's entrances
This is
to
awesome.
get identity information based on digital IDs on the blockchain. When a user creates a credential for entering a building, the app creates a transaction on the Icon network, and that transaction uses ICX. A real-life example of blockchain adoption today. The future is here. The recent rise in value and market cap has truly been explosive. In fact, the price of ICX has nearly tripled since the start of 2020, overshadowing most other crypto projects, including Bitcoin. The obvious question on most investors' mind
really
is,
true.
why now? Icon has been an extremely ambitious project ever since its inception. Combined with the hype of 2017's bull market, ICX managed to catapult over $12 per coin.
It was $12 a coin. It went down to $4, and I bought a bunch of it thinking I got the dip. Then it went down to freaking 17 cents. I took a $4,000 investment all the way down to like $100. So what I did now is I bought $100 more. That tripled. So I got $400 back. Now I'm only down like $3,200. But my whole thing is, all I have to do is buy like $200 or $300 worth of Icon now. And when it goes back to $4, I will easily, I'll have 8 or 9 grand. I will have made my money back and more. I would never sell my Icon. I just bought it at the wrong time, but I will disclose that information. I did buy Icon around $3.86, and I bought 800 of them. So that hurt. So I bought another 800 here. That Icon is sitting on a wallet somewhere, but this Icon is the one I'm trading. So I won't sell that Icon either. I can't believe I went into Icon just a couple weeks ago. I got very lucky.
Of course, back then, Icon was more of a promise. Its rise based on speculation. But during the last 3 years, Icon has built out the foundation capable of massive expansion. In other words, it's not just hype this time. 3 years later, we're watching the hype making a comeback. But this
Now, what you want to see too is coins getting pumped.
Just a quick video.
You want to see coins getting pumped here by YouTube. Look, why should you get some Icon? Now you type in Icon, and there's an Icon video all over the place. Icon ready to rise, the sleeping giant,
innovation
right?
comes in many different forms.
We're going to make some history together today.
And we want to try something different. So I present to you the Cybertruck.
Blockchain has already changed the digital revolution.
What's the Internet of Information worth? I don't know, trillions of dollars, tens of trillions of dollars? If this Internet of Value is bigger, what will it be worth? So people talk about, well, all these cryptocurrencies, just a big bubble. That's a very wrong point of view on a whole number of levels. One is, remember, currencies are one of 7 types of crypto assets. And B is, yeah, sure, there's a bubble, there's volatility and so on, but this is something that's going to get bigger and bigger over time. I've got a pretty good record over 4 decades of talking about the next big thing. And so get ready for things like ICON, the Internet of Blockchains.
The number of digital assets and blockchains are growing.
If I helped you guys out one day, if I put anything on your radar, buy yourself some Icon at freaking 47 cents. You can get freaking so many of them for $100 right now. Like, what are you waiting for? Icon's sitting at 43 cents right now. It took a retracement, and it could retrace. Let's see where to buy Icon. Because I'm shilling it on you guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But so it should come back down into this golden pocket, the 618, at the 30-cent range. So like if you bought some at 43 cents and then you dollar cost average at 30 cents, you'll be even at 35 cents, and you really won't have anything to worry about. You know, again, anything can go to zero and you could lose this money, but you got to take a risk. That's how it is in the crypto world, and you get rewarded for the risks here. You could take risks in the market and you get somewhat rewarded in the regular stock market. But when you take risk in crypto, the reward is insane. Now, Ethereum about to hit 200 is a big deal, because when Ethereum starts to move, it basically is the runner for the rest of the altcoins. So if you can see Ethereum starting to make moves, it means that we're getting ready for a serious bull market. Damn, Ethereum Classic. I think that's going to keep going. I almost want to buy back in right now. I think I'm going to do that. Thinking of buying back in. Like to buy back in for a little less than I had, so if it goes sideways, but look, it's basically breaking out. I mean, I can see it right now. It's breaking out. See it on the 12-hour. It still has some time to get overbought, so it can move into this region, so that's great. We have one more push up there. We do have a curve here ending on the MACD, meaning that this blue line is about to cross that red line. That's what it's showing. See the curve here? And that means we're about to have a parabolic run. Yeah. From these indications on the 12-hour, I'm going to buy Ethereum Classic again right now, because I'm seeing that was just a small dip. That 1258, it got bought and sold. I really think this is going to keep moving. Let me see if I can make a smart trade live. Okay, so how you do it, USDT, and then I find the asset I want, which is Ethereum Classic. Okay. Nice time to buy it because it got sold, bought back down. Wish I had sold it at 63 and then bought back, because the gains would be just crazy. But okay, so you allocate how much funds you want. So we have 4,000 we could use. We're gonna use 2,000, and I only risk $100 a trade. So how you do this is you basically find out how much money. This is how you find out how much you should, where your stop loss should be. You want to risk $100 a trade. You divide that by your percentage of your stop loss. So I want to risk, 0.05%. I can put $2,000 on a trade with a 5% stop loss. So I turn this to 50%. We'll go 21.51. We'll set our take profit, but you can set this before. So this is going to sell when I'm up, and this is going to sell and keep me comfortable from losing. And now I'm going to put a stop loss here at 11.92, 4% loss. I won't even go to 5%. So the most I can lose right now on this trade is 4% of 21.50. Of course, they're doing the roof right now. I'm going to have to stop this soon. Times 0.04. So $86 is how much I'm risking right now on this trade. Okay. And there we go. So I'm going to risk $86, half of what I just made, which is sad if I do lose it. Go to 1265. I'll buy here at the top end. I won't try to play games on the limit order. I usually give them the ask so I can get the trade in. And if you don't understand what that means, you have the bid and the ask. Meaning this is what people want you to pay for it. This is what someone just sold for. So you go back and forth, but some people don't want to give it up there. It goes back and forth. You could get a dip. Sometimes there is a dip. It all depends on how this moves. But look, it's moving pretty fast up and down. There's a lot of volatility in this. Could sit at 1240 and see if I get filled. Might be the plan. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I wait for that to get filled. So that trade has been pushed. We have 21,104 in there. We're down 90 cents. My bot went through. So now we sit here. We're down 90 cents. We just started. And let's just see what happens. My stop loss, the most I could lose is 80 bucks. See how trading works? You get in. You tell yourself exactly what you're willing to lose. You create a top gain that you're trying to get to. And you go from there. At any point you can hit edit. This is why I love 3 commas. And you can edit all this information really quick, which is great. This is so awesome. You can either just put it here. You can slide this bar up and down. You know. I would like to see this. So what I do now is I go back to my chart. Okay. Make my target, which is the base of the triangle. 1401, and I usually get 17% of that. So we're gonna say we're gonna get out at 1377, 11% gains. We don't have to be greedy here, folks. 11% will be over $200. Okay, now we're up 35 cents. See how it moves? And there we go from there. Still up $176 now on this Bitcoin trade as Bitcoin continues to pump. I should basically have whole Bitcoin in here and just ride Bitcoin all the way. That's something I'm planning on doing soon too. But there you go. Just taught you guys how to make a trade with 3 commas. It's pretty awesome, and it's really, I don't know. It's what I do for a living. You could do it too. You ever think about taking the Series 7 exam? I've thought of it a few times. I don't know, like, can I just take it? Tell me more. I've definitely thought about working for a firm though. At this point, like, I think I could become a trader on the floor, or I could at least trade for somebody. And they probably teach me so much. I'm not sure if that's fully what I want to do in my life, but I'm open for it. Like, I'm moving soon to a new city. I'm going to be looking for new opportunities. And if there's a hedge fund or a trading firm, because I can trade almost any asset at this point, and I'm not perfect at it, and I'm not saying that I'm going to hit it every single time, but my risk management is spot on. I'm not going to blow up my account. Like, if someone gives me $100 grand, I'm not going to go through all that money. I'm going to allocate it slowly and well. And I believe if someone gave me $100 grand right now, I could definitely in the next year or two turn it into a lot more money. But hey, really XDZ was something I missed out on this, man, and I'm really upset about it because I knew it. It was on my radar. I had a buy zone. I was playing pussyfoot. I thought it would really go down in here and I would get this green box. At that point, I should have, see, that's why you dollar cost average. I thought it was going to go here. I should have made my initial buy here. At least I would have had a position. Yeah, I'm moving to Boston in June. Making that disclosure. Yeah. Moving back to my old neighborhood, man. Leaving New York City. Shocking to a lot of people.
Daddy, the old neighborhood is this neighborhood. It's not the other one.
Yeah, for you, because you're from here. Funny money. But yeah.
Daddy, I'm not from here. I'm from Afghanistan because I was born in mommy's tummy.
She thinks he's from Afghanistan. It's funny, man. This chick is funny. Gotta love her. She should get a retrace and a bounce off. I don't see it breaking back into the triangle because we already had a breakout. Should just get a retrace and boom, we're off to the races. CSG at $13 tomorrow, something like that. This will go back at the height of the bull run. This was at $40. So I bought a lot. I don't know why. I just out of nowhere bought a bunch of Ethereum Classic. Like, not only am I trading it right now, but I also hold it long term. I hold, like, I don't know. I think, like, I put $1,000 in on it at like between $6 and $8 on Coinbase. Like, just literally like 7 months ago. It went down to $5.
Yeah, I'm not doing my job anymore.
Oh, we trade Mookie? Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, I'm actually excited to be back with my own clan, man. New York's great, but it never felt like the bean, I'll be honest. So I sold Bitcoin Cash at 430. It's now still struggling there, sitting there. You know, not sure if I re-enter, what happens there. I don't like to re-enter 2 trades in a row. I already made money today. Why should I play games? Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. I say it to myself all the time. Okay? Yep. One last thing. We're going to go over some news, and then we're out for the day.
Oh, yee.
Blockchain group asks IRS to exempt small crypto payments, plus more news. A blockchain group called the Wall Street Blockchain Alliance, ooh, I want to know who they are, and the U.S. Internal Revenue Service to exempt small crypto payments, that is, to provide a de minimis exemption for crypto transactions below a certain value, claiming that the IRS decision to tax virtual currencies as properties doesn't benefit users and merchants. Doing this, they say in response letter, would reduce the burden on small taxpayers and allow practitioners to instead focus efforts on large clients requiring more comprehensive advice. The letter containing the Alliance's comments regarding IRS 2019 ruling about virtual currency says that while many issues were looked into by the IRS, many clarifications are still necessary. It's true, man. But that's good news. So Bitcoin's a do or die. This guy's saying we need to break past 9,600, and then he's right. We got that resistance there. Something going on here. Look, we couldn't get through here. 95, 96. We wicked out. So look, we're strong resistance in this area, and that was in December. And then we had this horrible dip. It came back down. This is a perfect day to buy Bitcoin at $6,000. If you bought Bitcoin there, you'd already be up 50%. You'd already be up 50%, which is absolutely insane if you think about it. You'd be up 50% from December 19th. Month and a half. $3,000 would have turned into 4,500. Bitcoin really does need to break through, though. If it breaks through, we're going to see some parabolic moves. So, and I think it will because of this long trend on this falling wedge, which usually will break out. See what happens. Link. There's dollar cost averaging in Link right here. 170, when all these areas right here. I knew just Link, I have this blue line here. I said, you know what? Get in on the bottom of the trend line. Now it's breaking out of the triangle. It's kind of time for a breakout. This is a retest on the 12-hour. Wow.
Daddy,
You have a bullish cross with the 21-day moving average crossing all the other moving averages.
Daddy,
The RSI has room to grow. We're coming out of this. Link is a buy right now. Yes.
you didn't do the market cap.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sweetheart. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
She reminded me I didn't go market. So we have 9,500, 198 on Ethereum. Everything is moving up 5%, 5%. It's a green day, man. The market's looking healthy. Things are going well. Litecoin up 6%. EOS. Basically, if you bought anything last night, look, if you bought anything in the top 22 in the last day, the lowest you'd be up is 2%, 9%. It was almost impossible not to make 9 or 7% last night. Like, you just had to make a move. So wow, look at Monero back to $77, and like a lot of these have had moves, man. I think they're gonna go past their all-time highs. Lisk and oldie but goodie. You got Holochain in here. I put a buddy of mine into Holochain because it's so risky. It's like, why not? You know, like the gains you could get from it are insane. Digibyte 71, Bytecoin, Siliqua. This was higher and it's been pushed all the way down. But even that's up. Look at this 10% in Bytecoin status, up 11%. A lot of coins up big today. I just saw a 19% gainer. Lisk, wow. Lisk up strong. So yeah, there's the market cap. We're looking good at 268. You know, once we hit 300, 382, it's kind of, that's when it starts to go, man. That's when I start FOMOing and I get scared. I'm like, damn, I want so many assets and I can't own them all. It's sad. There's so many coins that I wish I had. I could set up like portfolios for many different people, and everyone could have 5 different coins, and I think everyone would still get paid. Be interesting to see who gets paid more than others. Bitcoin Cash is creeping me out. Having this retrace, but does it bounce off there? It's already kind of going parabolic out of this wedge, which when it does these things, it usually does go pretty high. Interesting. Could get in now, put a stop loss here, what, at 397? But that's risking almost 10%. Right, because $40 and $400, I have to risk that. That's why you love getting right here, because you can put the stop loss lower. You really like it once it breaks out of the trend line. It's really where you want to get down. So Bitcoin do or die at 9,600. Ethereum reaches new yearly highs with Bitcoin and Lightning. Yeah, they always do. Can Bitcoin fork hold benefit for fruitful 2019? Cannabis tokens blaze a trail for other crypto assets to follow. 1 month into 2020 and the crypto markets are going strong. While Bitcoin and other markets have caught the headlines, they're not the best performing. 1 month into 2020, the crypto markets are going strong. While Bitcoin and other majors have caught the headlines, recording average gains of 30% for the year, they're not the best performing crypto asset class. That accolade goes to cannabis tokens, several of which have posted gains of 50 to 73%. sort of a giddy growth that evokes wheat stocks circa. Paragon, PRG, 31%. Tokes has increased 49%, and Potcoin by 73%. Could a resistance for cannabis coins be brewing, or simply market forces at play? And it's funny, Potcoin was the first coin I ever bought in cryptocurrency. It was the first trade I ever made. I bought Ethereum, but it was like a long-term hold idea. Like I just kind of bought Ethereum. First time I ever traded, like I was ready to day trade. Like I put $500 in to see what happened. That's what's Potcoin, you know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for work from Boston. I'm thinking of social media, also considering electrician work. It's something I've thought about. Took the test to get into the electrician union. I don't know if I'd ever do that, but I do like being part of a union. I love the health insurance. I love the benefits to that. So, you know what? Day trading, doing all sorts of things. I'm basically going to set myself up for a wonderful life, and I'm planning on everything being pretty good. I'm very, very excited. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to bounce off for the day, guys. We had a wonderful stream. I got to help my daughter and get her the thing.
And even if you get not money, and if the thing is gold, like a button, it can also be used as money.
Show them the gold. Excellent. So you can wear it, but you can also sell it?
Yeah.
Is that why Daddy wears his chains?
Yeah.
Oh, so
sometimes if you just like sell something that's not money, but it's still gold, you can just put on Bitcoin and make money with it.
give me a kiss. Say thank you, comment, like, and subscribe.
Thank you, comment, like, subscribe. Hit the red button. If you don't like the video, thumbs down. But if you like it, thumbs up.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Any last comments before I hang out? I'm just going to sit here. There's a 20-second lag, so I'm just going to ask if anyone has any questions, any last things that I can get, let me know, guys. And I'd love to answer your questions and let you know something. And if I provided value for today, please give me a thumbs up. I work really hard. It's not easy starting a channel from scratch. Put so much effort into it, and anything you guys do is awesome. Like recently, someone gave me a $5 tip in XRP. It's now $6. You know, I gained $1 on that because it was like 18 and it's gone up now. So, or maybe it was like whatever it is. I made 20% on it. I'm just excited for the world. I'm excited for the future, and I can't wait to see what blockchain holds for us.
And I have something to tell the video. So if you have questions, you can ask them in every video if the video ends. Did you hear, Daddy? Where's your microphone? Right there? Bigger? Okay.
Guys, look at that money pouring into Bitcoin. I haven't seen it rapid fire like that in a long time. They're shooting the Bitcoin. This is an awesome site. It's running really good with the Elon Musk track. I'm feeling this, man. I'm feeling good today. Stay blessed, my friends. Stay blessed. Love your life. You only have one. It is the best day you ever had. We're going to make it through this coronavirus. We're going to have a wonderful time. We're going to blast off. Stay tuned for more. I'll leave you guys with this and Fiat Leak.
Even if you want to get a new house, you can just use your Bitcoin and make it as money. You get more money. You're saving a lot of money so that you can buy a lot.
She's gonna know how to make money by the time she's 12 years old, man. She watched her daddy trade and she watched her daddy do a lot. Life is beautiful, folks. Enjoy it. We're here for a wonderful experience.